Hello, hello. Sorry, I know I think the ad break ended a little earlier, but I was getting all caught up. I didn't have a lot of time to get ready for stream today. Oops. I might have been napping like just like an hour ago. Oopsie. Hello, Frost. Hello. You made it just in time to support the stream by watching ads. Oh, okay. You don't need to worry about supporting the stream with ads. It's very nice, but if you ever just want to use an ad blocker or whatever, I don't blame anyone for ever wanting to do that. Considering I also only get like pennies. I think I have like $1 total from ads. You really get nothing. We got our notifications out on Twitter. Discord goes automatically, but Twitter, yeah, I did do that. Not $1 is more than 0. That's true, but again, there's never a need to financially support the stream or anything. I don't ever want people to feel like they gotta watch ads or they gotta Prime, they gotta do anything. If you want to do it, you can do it, and I appreciate it. It's so cold. I was so tired today because of how cold my apartment was. When it's this cold, I don't feel like doing anything except like bundling up and staying in my bed. But I was so I don't know how to emphasize how so busy, but so busy. Let me raise this up just a little. Hi, Ivan. Hello. Good to see you. Until one day I have stable finances, all I can do is express enthusiastic appreciation. I appreciate enthusiastic appreciation. In fact, enthusiastic appreciation is more than enough. I don't even consider that a bare minimum. That's enthusiastic appreciation. That gets my jets going, Like, financial incentives are obviously good. But when I see the enthusiastic appreciation, that's the thing that makes me go, pew, pew. Hardworking microbe, go. Hello, B. Hiya. I mean, I can do that after too, but then it's not the only thing in my kit. Again, your kit is already very powerful. Your kit is already OP. That gets my jets going. Yeah. This is our drawing from last week. Yeah, last week. I said I was gonna do more work on it, but alas, my schedule said no, there's no time. There's no time to do anything. I barely got to do like anything really. I've been sucked up in work. Oh, thank you for checking in, B, and thank you for checking in, Ivan. It appears we're doing more work on it today. Yes, should be relaxing. But the problem is I didn't do what I said I was gonna do, which is work on the hands, so I'm gonna have to do something about those today. I'm gonna make it on a different tab. Or not tab, layer. Hello, Chris. Hello. Hands. I know, hands are scary. Hands are so scary. We'll just do our best. I can be sure that every time you're gone for a while, I miss you, so I'm always full of enthusiasm whenever I catch a stream. Wait, the autoclave isn't working. Oh, why didn't it work? Oh, it was just lagging. It is, in fact, working. Thank you, Ripco. I was wondering when that was gonna come. Oh, my thing is cutting off. Hold on. Go back in the corner. Now I can go back into the corner. I know, I am hoping to do some more streams because, unfortunately, my vacation time, my holiday travel time is coming up quickly, and I have So I want to make sure to do as many streams as I can before I have to go on another break. And I also need to record things. So yeah, there's a lot to do, but in a good way. I'm happy to do these things. These are the VTuber things I like to do. It's better than the work that I'm like stuck doing. The slow, creaky close to the autoclave always with a smile on my face. I know, it's very silly. All people that draw always say the hands are difficult. I think it's because there's so many parts to it. They've got so many little like things, and it's easy for them to look very unnatural. But though I do know some artists, they don't really understand why. Like, they are just masters at the hands. Oh, again? Chris, how could you do this to me? I hope your break is good. Yeah, I'm excited. Thank you though, Chris. Thank you. I can appreciate being kept warm and toasty. I can tell that Thailand, I'm grinding more for the next week or so, since I'll be visiting another country. Oh, how fun! I will be going to another country for just about a week. I'm going to Paris, France for about 1 week, and I'll be there for the TFT event. And I'm pretty excited about that. We also don't spend a lot of times looking at people's hands. We don't. I mean, I feel like I don't even look at my own hands that much. I go, how do these things work? I'm looking at them right now, kind of, as I do it. But it's really difficult to get the right angle if you're not, like... If I'm not taking a picture. And I can't take a picture because my phone is being used right now. I can't even use my hand right now as a reference. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. What does it remind you of? Oh! I can't believe it. The triple autoclave. My first autoclave. That's a big accomplishment. Thank you, Ivan, for keeping me warm and toasty in the autoclave. I can't use my own hands because I want to draw female hands. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like that's also a problem. When I want to draw men, I'm like, how do I get the big men, like bulky man hands? I don't know. I don't have a good reference for that. Things I learned on my recent trip. Apparently a decent amount of restaurants actually reheat pre-made meals in Paris proper. Make sure you're eating something that says made in-house. It's wild that it's a thing. Oh, interesting. I've never heard of that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I will do a good, diligent job trying to not be had like that. I messaged you an idea. I was thinking of Maha. You can check it after stream. Okay, I will. Thank you. I will check it out. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, Vanvino. How was everyone's week? My week was very busy. Productively busy. And then my weekend is going to be just as busy. There's so many things I'm working on. Some of them I cannot show you guys. I hope I can show you guys one day, but I can't show you yet. It's not bad food either way, but might as well actually get food made in that restaurant. Yeah, I imagine it would just... I'm sure it would still taste good, but it's not the same, you know? It's not the same. Busy as well, but good. Good to hear. I've been having a headache this week. Oh no! Oh man, nothing worse than the headache sneaking up on you. I'm pretty fortunate that I don't experience headaches and migraines really, but you know, if I feel that, usually that means I'm not taking good care of myself. I'll go like, oh, why does my head hurt so bad? What's wrong with me today? And then I go, well, did I eat? No. Did I drink water? No. Did I get up and like move around, or did I just sit on my chair all day? I sat on my chair all day. Did I even go outside once this week? No. And then it's like, okay, I get why I have a headache. I understand, body. I know what you're trying to tell me. You're being really loud and annoying, but I get it. I get it. Oh, thank you for checking in, Weetabix. Mine is tiring. I'm in an expedition and 70% terrain are hills. Oh my gosh, 70%. That's so many hills. Your legs are gonna be so strong. You're gonna have the strongest of calves. Did a lot of car things this week, so it was annoying, but not bad. That's, oh, and the ant bites. Oh no, right, the ant bite. I mean, doesn't sound like maybe not the greatest week, B. My neurodivergent ass is trying hard not to rip my legs to shreds. Yeah. Oh wait, did I take care of myself today? It's so easy not, like, I don't get it. Why is it so easy for us to forget to take care of ourselves? Okay, I'm gonna maybe keep it like that. And then let's work on some line art. Cut one of, not this one, this one. Hyper focus and sensory processing. Yeah, I just don't get it. But then sometimes I'm so aware of like taking care of myself. I'm like, I need to drink water. I can feel it in my bones right now. Yesterday I forgot to eat. Oh no! Don't forget to eat. Don't do it. You gotta eat. I don't think I can go a whole day with forgetting to eat. A whole day is too much for me. But I do have problems where I go, oh my goodness, I didn't eat lunch or breakfast. And now I'm like, ooh, I should probably get dinner soon. I'm too focused to get distracted by eating. Also, my body has been ignoring the dehydration signal I've had for 4 hours. Okay, speaking of the dehydration signal, I think my body's giving that to me because I can, like, I heard my mouth is going, saying, hey, you should drink up. I'm gonna drink. Pre-made food is a problem globally. There's a recent video about the handful of companies that ships all around the US, and there's a recent controversy with a chain restaurant in China having the most food be pre-made and not obviously indicated. I didn't know this was an issue. I kind of am curious now. I wanna look into that more. But I could see how it's an issue, like not just relegated to one country. It sounds like something that would easily be you want to cut corners. That reminds me of like the ghost kitchen problem. I don't know if that's much of a problem nowadays. It was a bigger issue, it feels like a few years ago, where restaurants say like they're a different restaurant on Uber Eats or like door delivery, like, you know, food delivery apps. But it's a one restaurant pretending to be like 15 different restaurants. It's like a Denny's pretending to be a wing, like a chicken wing store, and also a pizza store, and a different breakfast place. It's pretty crazy. Maybe set alarms, Chris. That's like bad levels. Yeah, I think a good way to do it is set reminders. But I am also bad at following my own reminders. I don't know if other people have that problem. I put reminders for myself all the time, and then the reminders seem to come at inopportune times. I go, okay, I know you're telling me to do this like reminder, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. I'll deal with that later, and then I don't actually deal with that. I need to like use my reminders to go like, you need to drop everything and do this thing right now. I think that's like the best way to use any kind of reminding like app. Not just like a little hee, I'll do that later. Dehydration is a silent enemy. At work we say if you're thirsty, you are dehydrated. Yeah, I think you should take that as like the way to go about, like, if you're thirsty, you probably need to like address that. Or keep talking about thirst, and then I grab my drink instinctively. The person I know who worked at a wardens in the biggest comp sci uni in my province, University of Waterloo, told me about how all the snacks there were really old. They actually had some problems with people getting sick at some point. Oh, goodness, that's really gross. That's nasty. All these food companies wanting to cut corners, stop it. Stop it. Stop selling gross old food. Stop doing that. Which makes sense. Sounds like you work outdoors a lot. That's dangerous. Yeah, that does make sense. On the upside for picky, I guess you can get the same jalapeno poppers anywhere you go. That's, you know, I've heard people say that too. They go like, you know, at least I know what to expect when I order like these, like this very popular food. Like, I'm sure some people like that their chicken tenders come from like the same distributor. They can expect the same crunchiness and meat quality. It's so much worse. I'll make the food and work while eating it, and my food will be 80% capacity 5 hours later. Oh no! Okay, I think if you put food in front of my face though, I will eat it. There's no doubts about that. The problem is usually like remembering to get it. Oh, or I also have the problem where I wait way too long. I'm really, really hungry. And now I don't want to cook because I'm way too hungry to like deal with like meal prep and like cooking actually. And then I end up eating something like I have to get food delivery. I try to be better by having my freezer full of things that I can quickly like heat up and microwave or just put in the pot or whatever. But that takes time of me when I'm in a good mood to like meal prep. And then when I'm in a good mood, I'm like, well, why do I want to do that? I want to do other things. I'm luckily addicted to food, so I'm unlikely to forget a meal. It's water I have a problem with. I think with that, you just need to like have a big bottle of water in front of you, near you at all times, and then you'll just drink it. And then you'll go, yes, water. I've been trying to work on an app to better prioritize, emphasize alarms notification to avoid that issue mentioned. Oh, if you work on that, Weetabix, I would use that. I would use that. Because I actually bought like one of those smartwatches because it's way harder for me to ignore the notifications when it's like buzzing on my wrist. It literally is just like keeps buzzing over and over. Whereas on my phone, I feel like if I get like the notifications that come at the tippity top, I just like swipe them away and go, yeah, I'll work on that later. Yeah, I'll do that later. Even when I'm not doing anything, I could be laying in bed playing my Nintendo Switch, and I get a notification on my phone that says, hey, make sure you do, XYZ. And I go, yeah, I got that, I got that later. And when it's buzzing on my wrist, I'm like, okay, fine. I'll do it. Nico, something changed my life recently. Meal prepping kidney beans. A huge freezer Ziploc of boiled kidney beans I can toss into everything for free protein and fiber. Beans are really good for you. Yeah, that's a really good idea. And fiber is good for you. You guys, we need to eat more fiber in general. I'm talking to you. Get more fiber in your diet. Colorectal cancer rates are high. They're getting higher in prevalence in younger people when they shouldn't be because we're not eating enough fiber and we have waste in our systems sticking around for too long. So eat more fiber in your life. Yeah, Chris, since you have such if you ever feel tired but don't feel much better when you wake up, the no food response of the body outside the headache gets exhausted. So sometimes you're tired is actually hungry and a snack will help. Snacks are good. I think if you don't remember to eat, having snacks around helps. They might not be the healthiest, but at least there's something to eat and avoids the hunger headache situation. Nico, for the sake of my own complex stuff, what type of smartwatch is it? A Samsung, Apple, some other brand? It's just Apple. I think it's not the latest one. I think I didn't pick the latest one because I learned there wasn't much difference between the previous model and this model. So I just went with the cheaper previous model. Did you say waste lingers around your body if you don't have fiber to help it out? Well, it's more like, you know, you're not regular. And when you're not regular and you're constipated, that's not good for the body. And that can contribute to colorectal cancer. Regularity is good. You don't want your waste to stick around. Yeah, with my ADHD or something, if an alarm or a notification ended, I will not remember until it's too late 90% of the time. So real. I need to be... I've been trying to, like, be more... My, like, goal of next year is to be more, on top of, like, managing my, time. I feel like I end up wasting a lot of time. And, like... There's nothing wrong with doing nothing. You know, we should all sometimes just do nothing. It's important and relaxing. It's important and relaxing to do nothing. And no, don't hurt yourself because you're doing nothing. But then I also get kind of like, oh, I would have rather been doing something I need to work on. So next year is my goal. It's to be more on top of, like, scheduling my time better. Chronic cough leads to not so nice things, so we could be concerned if our movements are as regular or as otherwise impeded. Yes. If you find yourself are not regular, you should definitely eat more fiber or get something checked out. Those young people colorectal cancer rates are on the uppity up. I love that art streams are just yap sessions. I know. I have a hard... Like, if I don't have a game to focus on, I'm just gonna talk to you. I'm just gonna yap too much. I can't help it. Even the art is, like, not enough to keep me unfocused from the yapping. That's why It's because when I'm normally drawing... I'm drawing by myself, not on stream, I work very slowly because I'll draw, let's say I'll draw this like one eye right here. I'll line it and then I'll go, okay, it's time to give myself a little tasty treat of internet browsing on the second monitor. And I'll do that for like 10 minutes and I'm like, okay, let me go back to doing something. Of course, if I need a lock-in, I will lock in, but most times I don't have the lock-in potential. Unless there's, like, literally time is ticking. I go, tick-tock, tick-tock, you need to do this thing. You have to do this thing. Tick-tock, tick-tock. And then there's no tasty treats of looking at the internet. I feel like I have this chronic issue that, like, when I have something to wait for such an event, 20 minutes, I spend 20 minutes just doom scrolling because I convince myself that I can't do anything productive in that small window. Those 20 minutes stack up a lot. I waste 2 hours minimum a day from that. I try not to quantify. I go like, oh gosh, I could have done anything else. Because, you know, I don't want to, like... You don't want to get into that negative habit of going like, I can't relax at all. I should always be doing something. But then you also want to be like, maybe I should be doing something. I could get a lot done if I did something instead of just sitting here scrolling on my phone. Not accomplishing anything whatsoever. It's a tricky balance. It's a tricky balance. Why is it so hard to be a hard-working little microbe, you guys? It's not too much. We love yapping in this house. Yes. I'm yapping. Co-working phenomenon, the social guild. Oh, yeah. I actually experienced that today at work, funny enough. I got pulled into a meeting, and the meeting was like, hey, why don't we work on this thing for the 2 hours we're sitting in this meeting? And I was like, I guess you're really forcing me to do this thing right now, huh? And you also want to get this thing done. So I did that. It was helpful though. I would like to do maybe in the future video editing streams. Like I stream while I do my video editing. But the problem is my video editing process is such a mess. It's so like all over the place. But then if I streamed it, I feel like I'd get more of my projects would be done. That's super real for me. It's so much easier doing stuff when you have other people to function around, if for not for fear of judgment, just to want to live up to their energies. Very true. I know a lot of people, they love co-working streams in general because they also, even though they're not working with like me on stream, they feel like they should be doing something. But obviously, I think I'm yapping too much. I think I yap too much to be a proper co-working streamer, you guys. I would be like, okay, let's get some work done, you guys. Let's get some work done. And I'd be like, anyway, have you heard about colorectal cancer rates in young people? That's crazy, huh? And then everyone would drop what they're doing. And then now I would make it so both of us get nothing done. About the needing and resting, all that time I spent feeling miserable, and those small one could have been spent playing a game or going out to the house. Yeah, that's true. There's definitely a difference between like doom posting and whatnot. There's no tidy video editing pipeline. You say that, but I had a friend, they showed me their process, and I was like, I wish I could do that. And then I tried to implement their work habits. It just didn't work for me. Maybe if I was more comfortable with like my tools. I'm pretty baby. I go through my CapCut program and I go, how do I what am I envisioning this project to look like? The problem for me is more the guilt that comes after doing unproductive stuff. In the moment, I'm fully engaged, whatever it is. I'm not nearly as productive as I should be, though. Yeah, I do hate that. Like, I do the guilt too. Like, I'll sometimes have like a whole Sunday and I'll go, okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things on my checklist I want to get done today. And then I like can't do like most of these because I like doom scrolled or social media rotted, bed rotted. And I'm like, oh, then I get really guilty and sad and mad and sad and mad and sad and mad at myself. It's not great. It's not a great cycle. So I try to at least be kinder to myself and go, okay, maybe my brain was really tired and I just needed that time to like recharge. Even if it wasn't a great method of recharging, like I could have been recharging through actual ways that are nice to recharge. I love co-working streams. My folders, subfolders, file names. Oh my gosh. I also have a problem where like I feel like I'm downloading so many things. Eventually, I feel like my stock image folder will be comprehensive enough that I don't have to keep looking for stock images. But for now, I keep going like, oh, I need this. I need a stock image of this. And then I go to like Ira Sutoya, which is like the Japanese like drawing stock images. And I go, okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Angry scientists, angry colon. Tangent for my own projects, I need to go look up some literature on perspective and tenses in writing. I've been struggling so hard sticking with a single thing. I know. I think sometimes getting that started, like the research and looking up things, can be such a challenge. The only issue of yapping while working is that you can't cite sources while crashing your own focus entirely. Very true. The ADHD, we either work perfectly together or can only work by ourselves, and together we are a nightmare. We are a nightmare together. Guys, we might be not getting anything done right now. You guys, we might be super unproductive right now. I've learned to try and do things rather than make a checklist, and because it breaks my heart when I end up see how many unticked things there are at the end of the day, it's like a double-edged sword because I really like the feeling of checking things off, and it's nice to quantify, like I was able to do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. But then, yeah, there's like the heartbreak aspect of it, of going and then beating yourself up because you didn't do anything. One thing my girlfriend started doing with her friend is she told them what her checklist for today is and forced herself to update them on it as the day went on. Feels icky, but if you get used to it, it's very useful. I think that's pretty good to have like it's like basically like an accountability buddies. I think accountability buddies in general are just so good for a lot of things. Even like I need to get one when I go to, like, when I'm on like a gym arc, like when I am more regular about working out and stuff. I really need to get a gym buddy, an accountability buddy, or else I just like stop going to the gym after like 3 months. I'm currently in the arc of I've stopped going to the gym for 3 months. I will pick it back up after the holidays. It's just so hard to keep that consistent. Everyone that says, oh, you know, if you do this thing for like 3 months or so, blah, 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 however X many weeks and days, it's just gonna fit into your schedule so nicely and you'll always want to do it. Wrong, 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 wrong. I used to do that with my ex-fiance. It's the best productive thing I've ever used, but it's a tad codependent. Yeah, sometimes I think it can work, but yes, it does require, like, it can come off that way. Finding ways to work with your mental security is good, but interpreting as codependent is fair, but also it's a legitimate strategy to make your brain work. Yeah, I think it's very person dependent. I want to be able to easily track tasks I want to do daily and have the streak shown to me. For some reason, keeping streaks alive is very motivating. I think that's like the gamification of these routines that's a big thing. Yeah, like daily quest apps. There's a lot of apps that like basically turn chores and tasks and things you want to do into kind of like an RPG aspect with streaks and, like, you know, you level up a character, you progress. I wish they were a little... They're not, like, I feel like those apps could be a little better, but I'm also really picky. But I like the fundamental idea of them, you know? Routine and schedule is great until you have to go to a dinner, social event, job event, and your gym schedule crashes because you missed one day. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. It's exactly of, like, I'm so good. Like, this is a month. Week 1 is so good. Week 2, great. Week 3, great. And then week 4, like, randomly, like, on a Thursday, it's all done. Like, I had to do something that day and I can't do what I normally did. And then it's over. It's over. It falls apart so fast. All of a sudden, we're not getting anything done and nothing is going... We're not going to the gym anymore. It's so easy for my schedule, like, to fall apart like that. Especially, it's mostly for things I don't like doing, like for the gym. I just don't find I don't find it enjoyable, and so, yeah, it's not great. Not on your art layer, Nico. Oh, don't worry. We'll undo it all. Yeah, I can drop a good habit at the drop of a hat if a complication comes up, even if it's been months doing whatever it is. Exactly. Which is why I also avoid gacha games. I'm honestly not the greatest with gacha games. I don't actually play too many. I have, like, Uma Musume, that I think that's the most that I've really been playing. Honestly, technically, Maple Story is basically like a gacha game because it's all dependent on, like, daily things to do. And, like, I'll keep up with them for quite a while, like a good streak. But the moment that streak, like, of doing things and quests, daily quests or weekly quests ends, it's really hard for me to go back onto, like, the saddle of, like, yeah, I'm doing things every single day. The amount of dopamine reprogramming you can do to your brain by changing the name from to-do list to quest list is wild. It really is. When you start saying, instead of a task, I have a quest to do today, my brain goes, all right, bet. My quest today, stream, bet. And then after this, my other quest, record a video, bet. I'm gonna level up so hard. That's why I switched from non-stimulant to stimulant ADHD meds. As soon as I got sick and I got off the habit of taking pills every morning, I could not do it again. Yeah. I don't really take medication, but I do, like, I can understand, like, I feel like if I had medication take, I'd be very worried about, like, oh no, I'm gonna miss my schedule. I would have to make it very, very, like, obvious, like, oops, let me put my medication right in front of my face every morning. RuneScape's daily quest mechanics would frustrate me so much that I'd spend so much in-game currency to skip any efficient way of doing things through routine. I chose to do bosses and burn 200 mil coins rather than do common easy daily quests for 20 minutes every day for 2 weeks. The bosses thing is like 30 hours of grind. Oh, you know, you brought up RuneScape. I really want to get into RuneScape because I have a feeling I'd really like it, but man, I just do not have the time right now. I really liked it as a kid. And every time I watch people talk about it, I'm like, this like sounds like it'd be up my alley of like MMO games and like a kind of a grind. But my time, you guys, now that also TFT is good, my time is gonna be spent on like grinding TFT. I really, my goal for TFT, I really want to get to Challenger. I really want to do that. I also really wanted to enter there's like a streaming event for TFT. I wanted to enter that, but I'm not going to be here the next month, so I wouldn't be able to participate. But I'm hoping next set, if it's good, I can do that. Oh, hi, Josam. Hiya. I'm about to cook breakfast, so I'll be popping in and out. Oh, yeah. What are you cooking for breakfast? I'm so excited to watch your TFT journey. I probably won't stream all of it, but I will stream it here and there. Mostly because you have to get to Challenger, you have to grind so many hours, and I probably wouldn't. I really can't focus that long on stream, and also I probably wouldn't. It wouldn't be a good stream content. I can't yap and focus at the same time. It's a rather small pool to compare to. I can call you my favorite TFT streamer. Oh, yay! I'll just be cooking some simple fried eggs. Oh, that sounds yummy. I need to add eggs to my grocery list. I'm gonna go grocery shopping this week. I opened my fridge today, and I was like, oh, yep, it's Friday. There's nothing in here. I can make pancakes tomorrow? Pancakes? That sounds so good. Oh, I really want like breakfast for dinner. That sounds so yummy. That's probably my favorite kind of meal. Where did the groceries go? It was like full. Like, yeah, I know. When I am less busy, my grocery schedule tends to be you know, I get them, I only buy like a little bit, and then I go back, I walk to the grocery store like every few days. But when I'm more busy, I do like a big grocery haul on the weekends. And this week was one of those busy weeks, so now I am like, oh, I don't have a single thing. I'm probably gonna end up doing another big haul. Big haul, quote unquote. As big of a haul as you can get for a single household. I don't know what TFT is, but I'll try to pop in during that stream. It's Team Fight Tactics. It's it's League Auto Chess. And if you don't know what auto chess is, that's okay. I don't think most people don't seem to know what it is. It's kind of like a card game. That's a good way. That's probably a good way to do it. Explain it. A draft-based card game. I don't like where... I'm gonna have to do something else there first. I don't like that hair. The big grocery haul ends up being constantly swapping which hand suffers under the weight of the ouchie bag. See, as I live in a big city with a nice walkable streets and sidewalks, I use my little granny cart. Like, I push my little cart of groceries from my apartment, and then I don't have to worry about like holding something or putting too much weight. I just go, yep, I'm taking the cart. Honestly, I like grocery shopping because it's pretty therapeutic. Something about like going around shopping and looking at all the food and taking in all the people around me. It's pretty like can be relaxing. It's just lately it's been so freaking cold. I don't want to get out. I've been just staying in my bubble. I think I become really I become a hermit when it's this cold. I'm gonna drive my GF insane with meal prep when we move in together. I'm likely to make one thing and eat it until it's gone. I ate the same lunch my entire high school. Oh my god. You would drive me insane, B. But I think I drive people insane too with my eating habits of like, I need something new like every few days. I can't eat. I can take 1 day of leftovers, day 2 of leftovers. We're really pushing it. Like, I will likely ignore it if there's no other options. Day 1 of leftovers, that's okay though. I also, like, if you tell me, oh, we're gonna cook this again this week, when we cooked it last week, I'll be like, are you sure? Are you sure we're gonna cook that this week? What if we cook something else that's different? I shocked my aunt with my shopping abilities. She went to the wine section to pick something and I got the entire list worth of groceries before she was done. Oh, you're one of those speedy shoppers. I think I'm pretty slow. I really am like the type of shopper to take it in. I'm like, yeah, let me walk through this aisle and walk through this aisle and walk through this aisle that I know I have nothing and I don't need anything. With my current social life, like 4 or so days in, I go grocery shopping is where like 90% of my in-person social interaction. Oh no. Mostly I stay at home because I'm a remote worker. I don't really get too much like in-person social interactions most of the week either. My social interactions are like usually limited to specific days, but for the weekdays, I'm like, yeah, there's no one to see, no one to talk to. But I would not go back into the office. I would not give that up. You can't make me go back into the office just for social interactions. I would cook something and eat it every meal until it's gone. Tacos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're describing my nightmare. If you told me like our meal is just this, like my meals today are just the same thing over and over, I would like cry. I keep doing that, but I'm like, I have to draw the hands first before I work on that part. What do tacos taste like? Tacos taste real good. I don't actually know how you would describe it. Cumin and chili? Cumin, oh, yeah. That's a good way to describe it. Tacos are so delicious. I feel like I don't eat tacos enough for how good they are. You may hear it as Zira or Jira in South Asian specialty stores. Oh, is that what it's called? It's like an oval seed with a very strong smell. It's something I usually find in African cooking. I do love like the taste of cumin. I'm glad I can cause psychic damage to more people with how my brain works. You're causing psychic damage to me. Still never heard of it? Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain things like a spice if you've never heard of it. It would definitely, I think, Googling it and seeing it would help, but then also I feel like you're still not getting the full picture if you've never tasted it. Tacos don't really have a specific taste since it's a category dish. That's true. Like, there's so many different tacos. I remember a friend invited me to their, like, this was like in high school. They invited me to their like family's like Taco Tuesday dinner. And I was like, oh, that's so fun and lovely. Because my family never really cooked tacos or anything like that. Our meals were usually like rice and meat and like a veggie. Very simple. And so we had she invited me to get tacos, and it was like my first real experience eating tacos. And it's like, is this what tacos are like? This is so delicious. But then I like ate another set of tacos, and I was like, this isn't the tacos I know. And they fed me my friend's family, they fed me like the very American tacos, like, you know, like the El Paso hard shell taco with ground beef, shredded lettuce, and like jarred salsa. I still really liked it. But then I learned that, oh, tacos, that's a very different kind of taco than like the authentic taco. Like a chicken taco versus beef versus fish. Ooh, I love a good fish taco. All I know well is pepper and salt. Well, you have a lot of fun spices you can learn about. There's so many delicious flavors out there waiting for you, Joseph. You know, if you choose to explore a culinary adventure. Also, I'm talking about my usual taco, spice, ground beef type. Well, tacos themselves are basically anything in tortillas, so there's lots. Yeah, there's so many different types of tacos. Paprika, garlic powder, onion powder are probably next for you to explore. Those are definitely like, I think those are the staples. I'm vibing with the music. Where is it from? This is all from Maple Story. I love the Maple Story soundtrack. I've never tried fish tacos. You should try them. They're so delicious. I feel like I like how usually how light they are in comparison to the ground beef, like ground meat ones. They have just like a nice like freshness to them. Usually it's like with like pickled radishes and pickled veggies that I get it with, and it's just so so delicious. So delicious. Garlic powder and onion powder are very good background spice. Just add them so it's suddenly so much better tasting without actually changing the flavor significantly. I know that's I'm a baby cook and I'm learning how to spice, and that's like the go-to spice when you are just learning. You just go, I'm throwing some garlic powder and onion powder, and then maybe like some paprika. Ooh. They often have very interesting sauces, so it's a very different flavor to other type of tacos. Yeah, and again, like Weedovic said, it's like tacos are just kind of like the vehicle of so many different flavors. So you can find so many different things. My fave is carne asada. Carne asada, red and green salsa, some diced onions, and a piece of grilled pineapple on top. Also some lime taste. That sounds just so good. I want tacos now, but I already have food. I think I ordered a chicken sandwich. I'm gonna eat that later. Same with the bay leaf and soup type things. It's just there. Sometimes I go, why is this bay leaf in here? What do you mean? What's this little leaf even gonna do? But then if you cook without it, you really notice, where's the background buzz? Where's the little buzzity buzz in this food? And you're like, it's the lack of a bay leaf. I started learning to cook for like 2 to 3 months. For that, Ooga Booga follow my parents' recipe and just make things. I honestly don't think cooking... Okay. Hold. Cooking can be difficult. I think it's not too bad to pick up. I think getting to a point where you're really, really good, though, that's really hard. But you don't need to be a Michelin star chef. Getting to the point where you can make tasty food, though, I don't think it's that bad. As long as you kind of understand flavors, and also maybe if you're following recipes, I guess following recipes is also really simple. Like if you just follow a recipe, you can like make delicious things so easily. I personally am excited to cook some Thanksgiving food next week. Thanksgiving meal for one, because I'm not going to do anything. I was craving a carne asada burrito, now I'm dying. I really want a carne asada now. If you ever had a burger from Under Oscar, you'd be hard-pressed to find one that doesn't have onion powder in the patty. Oh my goodness, what does a burger taste like? Oh, Joseph, you are truly missing out on so many culinary adventures. But maybe someone might say you might have experienced food that I've never experienced. Also, just adding some crushed garlic or diced onions and roasting them in your oil right before you cook whatever you're cooking is a great way to add flavor. The powder is really easy to add stuff to without needing extra steps or work. Yeah, I know a lot of people, they don't like adding things like garlic or onions just because they don't have it on hand. And I used to be similar, but nowadays I like always have those things. I also just always have minced garlic in my freezer, and that's like it helps so much. Like I will buy like a huge bottle of like peeled garlic, then I like blitz it in the food processor and then put it all into a Ziploc baggie, and now I have like fresh garlic basically whenever I need it. And it tastes so much better than like the jarlic, which is like the minced garlic that's in a jar they sell in a grocery store, and it's in like this vinegary liquid that tastes a little off. It's just learning some of the basic science behind the why we cook the way we do. Yeah, like I think learning the fundamentals of why flavors taste, like why things taste like that, like why do good things taste good, can really help build that like cooking knowledge, like understanding, oh, when you sear meat, it's like, why does that taste better? Why does that taste better than when it's not seared? Like, why does a nicely seared steak taste better than a gray steak? Stuff like that, I think, really helps your cooking abilities. Fruits are my favorite food. I love fruits too. Fruits are my favorite food too. I will buy like 3 different fruits and go yum, 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 yum. Apple, strawberry, pineapple, yum, 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 yum. Oh, thank you for the hydration check. I will do that. Hi, Peppa. Hi, hi, hi. What song is this from Maple Story? I don't even know. Oh, this is Choo Choo. This is Choo Choo Island. Hey, that's not the Choo Choo Island song I know. Someone's lying. This is not Choo Choo Island. This is really a field map song? I feel like I've never heard this, but maybe I didn't. I've just never listened to the field maps. Oh, yeah, I don't know about Josim's situation, but you know, it's okay. Like, I think Josim just wants to learn, like, understand a little bit better. They might not, like, understand, like, they might not know the English words for certain things, or maybe they're just not familiar with it at all. And that's okay, too. I try to explain. I know everyone else also tries to explain to their best when Josim asks for more clarification. It can be very difficult, though. Because sometimes we go, well, why? I don't know what this tastes like. I searched the Maple Story on Spotify and it's all lo-fi. Okay, here, I'm using this. I'll post it in the chat. There you go. Like, you can go through that playlist. I love... Do you prep the fruit in some way before having it, or do you just have it like that? I typically just eat it as is. I think for certain fruits, I like putting like tahini and all that on it. Tahini, and like if you're familiar with that, it's like kind of spicy pepper, like chili pepper, dried chili peppers and stuff like that to make it kind of spicy. Because it's the fun contrast of spicy and sweet fruit. Taste is very relative, unfortunately. Yeah, it's really hard to explain it. I basically grew up with the Good Eats show, and that was relatively thorough on the science behind the food shown. I loved Good. I also was there. I really loved the Good Eats. Understanding the science behind food and taste, it like does wonders to your cooking abilities. Okay, I did all that, but I think I should have. Hold on, let's do another layer. I don't really prepare fruits, I just eat them as they are. Oh, also, we have an ad break coming up in 10 seconds. Hold non-subs. You're gonna be okay. Don't worry. You'll be gone for 3 minutes, but you'll be okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Man, I hate hands. Let me zoom in. Let me lock in for a minute. Wonderful, thank you. I get a great amount of joy experiencing things other people like because having shared interests with others makes me happy. What kind of fruits do you are you also a big fruit guy? I love all kinds of fruits. Again, I am one of the least picky eaters. There's only like a few things. Okay, I say a few things, but there's probably more things. But of common foods in the Western palate, there is not a lot of things I will say no to. I think the most I will turn my nose to is an olive and capers. Oh, not fruits. I thought it was fruits. Okay, yeah, the maple syrup OSCs, yeah, you should check them out. There's so many too. Berries are my favorite. I do like berries. Berries are so expensive though, and they kind of annoy me with how quickly they go bad. Wait, I only drew 3 fingers. This is like the classic theme. The only kind of meat I mostly eat is chicken. I'm allergic to fish and other kinds of meats. They're usually expensive for me. Chicken's delicious though, so you know, yum chicken. Chicken is great. We eat that a lot too. Yeah, I love chicken. Love chicken. Custard apple for me is the best fruit. I'm not very familiar with custard apple. I know what it is, but I haven't eaten it. I mean, I want to try it. What is an olive and capers? I think botanically they're fruits. But they're kind of like these salty, brined fruits. I don't really like the taste of them. They're just kind of, it's hard to describe it. It's not that they're too salty. There's like this hard to describe taste associated with them. Don't like them. Don't like them. They ruin my salmon lox bagel sandwiches. These days, I like to watch Ethan Chrbosky on YouTube. He makes very in-depth videos on cooking ingredients. Oh, I have to check that out because I am a fiend for good cooking videos and good cooking YouTube channels. Meow, bow, 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 bow. They're usually super salty. They put brine, so it's mostly salty. Yeah, I just don't like it. I'm not a fan, you guys. I'm not a fan. But that's like the rare thing I don't like to eat. I don't care whether capers are on my bagels and lox, but I do love bagels and lox. I love a good bagel and lox. Oh, it's so delicious. So delicious. Oh, now I want one. There's so you guys, I have a good chicken sandwich in my fridge right now, and you guys are talking about carne asadas. You guys are talking about tacos. You guys are talking about bagel and lox. You guys are talking about breakfast food. How am I supposed to eat? How am I supposed to eat my chicken sandwich in peace when there's so much delicious food out there that you guys are making me think about? I've read from books there's a substance called olive oil made from olives, but I don't know what olives look like. I think they can look different depending on, there's like the black olive, right? And then there's like the green olives. Oh, thank you, Frost, for doing that. Olives are so good too. Number one olive hater. You put anything else on my plate, I'll probably eat it. But you put an olive on my plate and I'll go, how could you do this to me? Oh god, this thumb. Olive oil uses a lot of blackcurrant flavor for cooking. Yeah, it's that you can also, olive oil is very versatile. Like you can cook with it, and also people use it just as a dressing itself because it has a nice flavor, like in salads and stuff. I don't live that olive oil on a salad healthy life. I'm more balsamic vinegar kind of person. I love the salt mostly. Listen, I love salty foods. Like I'm also super big on like fermented salty foods, stuff like that. I love it. But olives, I can't vibe. I can't jive. Olive equal antibacterial. Yeah, it's, you throw it at me and it might be like putting me in the autoclave. I might just perish in 3 turns. Okay. I'm not a picky eater, although I tend to remove and separately eat cute tomatoes or cucumbers and most things that have them. It overpowers most dishes. I think Burger King is a good example of using tomatoes in a sense. They roast it partially so the tomatoes and instantly overwhelm the whole sandwich. Yeah, I think like that makes sense to me. Sometimes I do like find that certain things in like a sandwich, it's a little much. Not just for taste. Sometimes I don't like, you have a nice burger and like sometimes the tomato wasn't cut right and it just kind of slips out of your burger and you go, ah, how dare you slip out of my burger? I love tomatoes, so I'm happy for it to take over. I do like a good tomato. A good tomato is pretty life-changing. I used to think I didn't like tomatoes until I realized I'd just been eating bad tomatoes. Shocker. I used to think, man, tomatoes are just kind of like gross and don't really taste like anything. And then, shocker, I was eating bad tomatoes. They do taste like something. A recent thing I'm doing is cooking rice with tomatoes and seafood. The blend of flavors is really good. That's like I feel like it's a really popular kind of like, at least base for a lot of like food meals. That sounds delicious though. Like I like that. I love tomato soup, but I'm happy to taste it separately instead of having to turn my sandwich into tomato and nothing sandwich. Understandable. Also, a squeeze of lemon on something will make me happy every time. Love a squeeze of lemon. Love a squeeze of lemon on something. That brightening effect. Mwah. Same thing happens to me with shawarmas and cucumbers sometimes. I can't tell if it has even chicken, if it has too many cucumbers in it. I love when there's a lot of cucumbers. I like the, the mix of like the textures also, and it adds like kind of like a nice brightness because it's usually a little bit like the cucumbers are kind of coated in something. Chatting your dinner descends from mental health into a crash course of food. I know, it's just us going, food. I'm probably hungry. I'm hungry probably. I'm the dissenting opinion on cucumber. I'm just not a fan. Love a good cucumber. Also, a pickle. Oh, goodness. I'm the friend that you hand the pickles to. You don't want your pickle? I will eat it. I will eat your pickle. Like, I will eat the pickle happily. I'm not sure what my favorite foods to cook are. I've been making my own foods. I don't know the name of because I've never seen anyone else make them. Well, if you can describe it, you don't need to put a name to it. You can tell us what it's made of. It's good shawarma cucumbers have good coating and that makes it nice. But if it's bad shawarma, it has fresh cucumbers with no preference. It's just devastating. That's true. I've eaten shawarma where like you can tell the cucumbers were like, I don't know, like prepped maybe a day ago or so. And they're kind of like, they don't even have the nice crunch to them anymore. Yuck. Yeah. Yeah, tomatoes are a good source of umami. It's got that natural MSG in it. Yeah. A good tomato is so umami. Umami. It's really, really yummy. I feel like I don't get them enough. I even like have thought like I should buy more tomatoes when they're in season, and then I don't buy more tomatoes, and I go, why didn't I buy more tomatoes? And now it's not the season for a good tomato. I've missed my chance. My opportunity. My opportunity. I don't like pickles, but I still eat them because they are food. Well, you can hand me your pickles. You can hand me the pickles next time, Chris, okay? I'll give you something else. One of my favorite meals is sausage and yam, just chunks of both plus some oil and onion in a pan, and it's great. Oh, that sounds delicious too. You have to soften the yam first because you can't cook them in the same speed as everything. That's great. That sounds tasty. Honestly, you can make like most things. Like, I feel like you can really make most things pretty tasty as long as, you know, you're cooking it properly, seasoned it properly. You can tell me like you cooked something very, very strange, and I'd be like, but I'm sure it can still taste really good. I'll show in Discord later the food stuff. Yeah, show us. I would love to see it. What do pickles taste like? With the crunch, the crunch of a cucumber. Yeah, it's vinegar and dill often, though you can pickle anything. We typically talk about cucumber pickles, but you can pickle, like, you can put like a lot of different, you can put many different kinds of vegetables into a vinegar salt solution, and it kind of picks up all that vinegary saltiness. You can pickle it. Don't pickle me. Don't pickle me. Actually, I don't think you want to pickle those. I think that's how you get that's botulism. You want to avoid me being in your pickling solution. You don't want me there. You don't want me in there. There's a lot of flavors, pickles, cucumber, vinegar plus flavor plus time. Yeah, it's one of those like botanical versus culinary distinctions. I think if you're talking about, you know, you wouldn't necessarily cook a fruit like cucumber the way you would cook like strawberries and prepare that. Pickled onions. Weetabix, you know I love a good pickled onion. I just like, there's a really nice steakhouse, Korean steakhouse in my area, and I love going there from time to time to get pickup because they have, when you order like food there, as Korean cuisine has a lot of side dishes, and one of their side dishes they give like a whole bunch of like pickled vegetables, and they give me like pickled cauliflower and pickled pickle like the cucumbers, and it's so delicious. And I even order like jars of it because it's just so good. I want to just eat their pickled cauliflower all the time. It doesn't sound like, you would think pickled cauliflower sounds kind of weird, but it's delicious. It's actually delicious. Wait, would botulism mean another bacteria replaces, or do we get more Nico taking over? It's me. I'm taking over. It's my pickled vegetable now. Both sound terrifying? No, don't be terrified. You just have lost your pickled vegetable. It's mine now. I produce a neurotoxin when fermenting, yeah. Yeah, if you put me in a jar of like pickles, I will neurotoxin all over them. It was, what is botulism? Oh, if you're not familiar with botulism, it's something you have to be aware of when it comes to like, I think for any kind of fermentation and like canning, jarring process, it's a serious illness. Like, it's caused by a neurotoxin, and that's produced by Clostridium botulinum. It's a bacteria, and it can lead to like paralysis. Very dangerous, yeah. Very, very dangerous. We just have a zoomed in, yeah, you just, my face on a jar. Yeah, that's why you have to be very careful when you do like your own fermentation and jarring. It's no joke. Okay, I need to like draw this on a separate layer too. But so yeah, I'm the bad food bacteria. We're finding more and more about my function every single day. It's not bad. I think like that, perhaps. It's a reason that if your canned food pops when you open, you throw it away. CO2 in the can jar means that stuff is incredibly dangerous. Yeah, I think like if you technically have a can and it's like bulging in any kind of way, or also if there's like any point where it looks like on the can that there's been some kind of entry, like there's, you know, the seal has basically been broken. You should not, do not touch that can anymore. Do not touch that can. It's not safe anymore. Even though, like, maybe the chances are low that it doesn't actually have botulism, you don't want to take the risk. Okay, I've taught you guys about the dangers of botulism and also the dangers of colorectal cancer this stream. It's been a pretty successful stream, I'll say. I've never tried fermentation for eating because I've never known much about it. It's something I think if you were interested in doing it, you should like really study up on it. You don't want to like make any health errors there. I do want to try making the fermented eggnog sometime. That one is really safe. Ferment though. Oh, fermented eggnog. I haven't heard of that, but that sounds yummy. Time for a short about botulism. Now it's on my... I'm gonna have to add that to my list because I think that would be fun. Do you have experience with fermentation? I actually don't really do much fermentation. I feel like I've watched a lot of YouTube videos about it, you know, so I'm an expert now. I've watched the YouTube videos. One of my favorite... This was pre-pandemic, pandemic. The timelines are like muddy, but one of my favorite YouTube series channels was Bon Appetit, which is a cooking magazine, and they had a cooking series called It's Alive, and the host of that show would do a bunch of fermentation, and it was really fun to learn about fermentation and different ways to ferment. I love that series, but then there was a whole bunch of controversies. There's a whole bunch of controversies with that channel. Is tetanus the hearing problem or the getting the rust on scratches? Yeah, tinnitus, yes. Bees got it covered. Cousins is a good way to put it. Botulism and tetanus are cousins. The only fermented food I've made is kimchi. Kimchi is a really good fermented food. It's honestly not too bad to make. I've made like quick kimchis. Like I've made, you know, I've cut up some green onions and like put them in the kimchi, like kimchi sauces and all whatnot, all the things to make a proper kimchi, and then I would just like let that sit for a few hours. It's not like of real fermentation, just like a kind of a quick one. Yeah, green onion kimchi. It's really, really tasty. My family has only ever pickled stuff, never fermented. You should, I think they're, you know, you can make some tasty things fermented. Kimchi, it's not just fermented cabbage. I think that's the one that most people know of, but you can kind of kimchi anything. It's kind of like pickling. You can kind of, you know, like we think of pickles as the cucumbers, and we think of kimchi as cabbage, but you can kimchi a lot of veggies. And similarly, how you can pickle a lot of different veggies. I thought kimchi was a type of plant. No, it's a fermented food. I can post it on Discord afterward. I had to do lots of kimchi on my job. Oh, you just made lots and lots of kimchi? That's pretty fun. But maybe not doing it so often. Like maybe if you're doing it for work, it would be a lot. The smell would probably be a problem eventually. Yeah, I guess that's true. I do love the smell of kimchi though. Dr. Rebecca Lansfield's recipe. I think she was ahead, or at least high up on the Rockefeller University. The best way to challenge those thoughts is to Google whenever you see a foreign word. A lot of times people describe new things. I follow the rule of trust but verify. The classic trust but verify. I do think that's usually, it's unfortunate. Like, I know it's like a bit of a played out. It's a bit played out, but it is really a good way to handle getting new information. I am also the trust but verify type. They would make it a Thanksgiving party department, drink it for the Christmas party. Now I'm curious. I have to look into it. Now I'm thinking about the things. Now I'm thinking of the things they carried, which was a great book, but not a fun read. I actually haven't read that book, but I know the book you're talking about. So in this case, one thing you try to do is see all kinds of kimchi that could exist by Googling on the side during stream. Yeah. It's always, I tend to go like, if you ever see like my screens, I am like there on the side always Googling things, because I want to always make sure, like, am I understanding what someone's saying correctly? I've got a bad habit of just like, I need to like make sure I know I'm also correct. Has any human in history ever tried fermenting or pickling watermelons or strawberries? I think that's been a thing. It's not incredibly popular, compared to your traditional one, like fermented things and or fermented and pickled things, but you know, it's an option. There's also just like groups of people who are like super interested in the process of pickling and fermenting that they kind of do like anything. It's like trying to push the boundaries of what's possible. I believe moonshine is strawberry, I think, or at least flavored with it. I think moonshine is not. I'm not sure what moonshine is made out of. Quick Google search. Moonshine is made from a mixture of cereal grains. Right, I see, like corn, barley, and rye. Well, there's our answer. It can be flavored with it. Yeah, high proof alcohol made illegally. I guess that's true. That's the whole point of it. And strawberry can be that sugar adding thing. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. One ancient memory destroyed. I feel like even when it's things like I should definitely know about, I just like to Google to make sure. Am I correct here? Can't be given false information and spreading the misinfo. That's way too long, also, is what I've noticed. It's too long. The typically word is it's usually grains, but doesn't discredit. Yeah, it seems like you can do a whole lot. I always Google. We're all Googlers. Googlers. I figure watermelon's low in calories, so it'd be tad annoying to use for fermentation, especially since the better fermenters tend to be very calorie dense. Yeah. I guess there's so much science and specifics involved in the fermentation process. If you ever were super interested in it, I think you can go to fermentation subreddits, and there's people who are so knowledgeable in the subject that would love to help you because they're food science geeks. I Google when I'm not 100% sure the meaning of the word. Me too, Chris. Sometimes I'm like, do I actually know what that word means? Or am I just pretending I know what it means? And sometimes I do realize, oh, that word is not what I think it means. What is it like to be drunk? It's kind of it's a pretty hard feeling to describe. I don't personally like it. I don't really drink anymore. Just because I realized I don't really like alcohol in general. Moonshine is a lot like Everclear. It's strong neutral liquor that you can alcohol that you can mix with whatever. Any flavor would make it harder to add stuff. Yeah, it's kind of like the big strong alcohol, and then you add flavors to make it more tolerable and get you drunk. Messes with your balance and makes logic hard, so you make bad decisions more easily. Yes, your way of thinking and it's hard to be in a good state of mind when you're drunk. Your logic is not there. You're just kind of and it gets worse and worse as you get more drunk. I don't know what that word means, so I ask. That's fair. I like the effect of being drunk, but I don't drink for health reasons. I warms my face, makes me feel confident by shutting off my anxiety, and lets me speak calmly and happily. Yeah, there are definitely people they like the little healthy levels of that. I really just don't drink because I don't really like the taste of alcohol. I realize I like mocktails better, which are just fancy juice, and also health reasons. I think we just keep finding more and more information about how alcohol is not good for you, and so I'm like, yeah, if I don't even like it and I don't like being drunk, I'm not sure why I'm drinking it. I don't like alcohol, but I tried a honey whiskey that was so good I drank half the bottle. You drank half the bottle. It must have been really good honey whiskey. The reason I emphasize my subject is we all end up misleading or not giving the person support for you to practice doing your own research too. I agree, Frost. Building up some self-efficacy in understanding how to find your own answers is pretty important. I am very happy to teach and educate people, but it's always so good to do your own research and see, is this actually correct? It's not to say you can't trust me, but you should always, search more information. Think of our streams and info as a good bouncing off point. Some people think of it as evil poison. Some people think of it as fun juice. Some people think of it as liquid confidence. So not only is the feeling hard to try, some people have lots of different feelings about it. It's true. It's true. There's so many different like things about it. There's a concept of agency that's like, if we weren't here, how would you hope to get that information? Or, yeah, Frost is. You're very true. You're very right. I like a little bit of wine on occasion. I like the flavor of some alcoholic drinks. Yeah, I think I know I have a few friends, they're super into like wine and they like the taste of the wine, but man, wine has never been my cup of tea. I've never drank alcohol except because throughout growing up, I've been taught it is bad for your health. It's not very good for you. It won't, like, one glass, like, will not kill you. It's only slightly poisonous, so it's not the worst thing to try if you don't have beliefs against it. Yeah, like, I'm not going to sit here and go, you should never try this ever in your life. Yeah, cigarettes are like, smoking anything is really, really bad for you. And it's also something people, and that causes way more apparent problems. But everyone's also really different. You know, you should always be wary of trying all these things. Don't feel like you have to do it. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to do any of these things. Like, if you don't want to drink alcohol, you don't find that, like, interesting, or you find, like, oh, I don't want to try because I heard it's bad, you really don't have to do that. With food, wine and food, there can also be an element of texture, like how a really dry wine feels. Yeah, maybe if I gave wine a better shot, I'd like it, but I guess I'm just not really interested. I do like non-alcoholic wine, too bad it is quite expensive. Yeah, alcohol is also quite expensive in general. I know a lot of people, I think, have been cutting down on alcohol drinking in general because it's just too expensive to keep up. Ow. My ear. My headphone is like squishing my ear. Wine is really hard to get drunk with. It's more for sipping than drinking, and it's like low alcohol. Yeah, I think a lot of people, what I know of wine is they're usually just kind of like at home with their little glass, sipping it after a relaxing day. It's not really the intention of like getting drunk, losing all their senses kind of drunk. It's more like this is their routine to relax and unwind and all that. My family has a history of supposedly experimenting with magic and being witch doctors. I'm not sure about health stuff, though. I heard my dad's side about like witch doctors, magic. That's cool. Imagine tasting alcohol and not getting drunk. That doesn't sound very fun. I really don't like the taste of alcohol either, but I also don't like getting drunk. So then again, like, all this means, why am I drinking alcohol? And that was why I stopped drinking. Not to mention, I'm over 30 pounds, so any kind of substance is hard to work on me. Oh, right. That's true. I'm pretty small, so, like, I get really drunk easily. And so that was also another reason. Like, I feel like I take like a few sips and my head is already kind of spinning. Witch doctor sounds so interesting. I am like really ignorant on like witch doctors, but that sounds fascinating. That's a very, very fun family history, Josem. Never drew them, never lined the mouth. Need to fix this. I'm really small. She's lying. 6 foot ripped, shredded VTuber here to deceive us. Okay, I'm really, really tiny. You don't understand. You have to look at me through a microscope. You guys don't get it. You have to. You gotta give me like 1 micro. If you give me 1 microliter of alcohol, I'm over. You might kill me actually. And I got hard to walk. I walked drunk. I was like 75 and I had like 11, 13. My goodness, that is a lot. That is a lot of shots. Okay. I want to fix the face just a bit. Just a chotodake. Chotodake. We're being told to apply 90% isopropyl alcohol to the bacterium. Don't do it! Don't do it to me! One thing that just reminded me of like being in grad school and like working at a lab. The ritual of starting lab work was really like therapeutic to me. I really liked. I might have hated doing the lab work, but it was very like relaxing, preparing my bench, like spraying everything with the 90% or the 70% alcohol and like wiping it down and then going through and like writing my tubes and then putting, you know, it was very, very therapeutic. That was, but then afterwards I realized I hate all this. I was like, I hate doing all this. I just wanted to prep it. Can I go home after this? I don't want to actually do anything. I just wanted to prep it. Love going through the prep checklist. I know. It's so exciting. Something about it's so relaxing. I don't think it sounds as cool because due to their temperance with magic, they apparently opened curses for future bloodlines. I'm really superstitious, so I don't really conform to their old culture as well. To live with their reputation sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that I am not super familiar with that, but I get where you might, that might not be as cool as I'm saying, like from my perspective. But yes, that does suck. We live in an international society now. Don't worry, you can escape that reputation. That's true. We think it's cool over here, Josem. We think it's cool. We think it's fascinating. Okay. The low-key part of the pull to med school for me was to do more of that, but chem and biolabs gave me a taste of it. Plus, I got to volunteer at a hospital way back in my teens. Oh! It's honestly, it's not that amazing and exciting when you have to do it every single day, but that's just me. Most of the times I was in teaching, so most of cleaning was post, not pre. Oh, I can stand post cleaning. That was also the thing that drew me away. But I think this reflects on how I hate cleaning after I finish eating. I also hated cleaning after I finished my lab work. Okay, I think we're going to call it because I'm getting hungry and my chicken sandwich is calling for me. That was a longer art stream than usual. So thank you guys for watching. I have to post a schedule for next week. I don't think I'll stream. I'll figure out what my streaming schedule is. I don't have too many like holiday plans for Thanksgiving, so I'll probably be around. I can keep people company. And we'll figure out some things. I'll post a schedule likely Sunday. But I hope everyone has a good evening, morning, afternoon, whatever you guys are at, whatever time zone you're in. You have a good weekend. Have a beautiful whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Go to the Discord if you want more information on the stream schedules. And yeah. Bye. You sent me the thing? Okay, I'll take a look. Bye.